What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and I wanted to talk about another fucking amazing week in trading. So, I have up my account here, and this past week, I made $2,301.27. So, just over $2,300 this week in profit. That's just in my options trading. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. But before I get into that, make sure you press that subscribe button and the bell notification. Just gently tap that bell notification just like that. And YouTube will notify you every time I post a new video. So don't forget to do that. Now, I wanted to talk about that. So I started the week at $8,848.86. So about $8,850. I finished the week with $11,150. So I pulled up my account here so I can show you, and I'm gonna go to transfers. Let me just make sure my account doesn't come up. Okay. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna press transfers. You can see that the last transfer was on April 3rd. Today is April 19th. So I haven't transferred any additional funds in. And now let's go over to, so we got on the same tab. Let's go over here to account balance. Look at that, son. What's up? In the last day, I finished $566 up. And I wanted to talk about one of those trades. So what I've been doing to generate this, this is the third week of over, just the average over the last 3 weeks has been over $2,000 per week. Absolutely fucking amazing. Obviously, if you annualize that, that's over 100 grand a year. We'll see how that continues. Or, actually, ideally, I think I would like to increase that. I had a $1,000 day this week, so if you want to check that video out, go back to the channel and look for it. I think it was 1,093 on Tuesday. So that was fucking amazing. What I have been doing is, by the way, I'm going to do an earnings update probably over this weekend, and I'll talk about how much I made for the month so far. But this week, so stay tuned for that one. It's some crazy ass numbers. So this week, I wanted to talk about one of my trades specifically. So I took some notes here so I'd have it in front of me. Netflix. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Netflix. Netflix, I've been following for a number of years. So basically, the three things I've been trading and the trades that strategy I've been using is credit spreads, above and below the market. I'm trading volatility and trading weekly options. So that's going to be a call credit spread, a put credit spread. I'm trading three underlyings, which is Tesla, Amazon, and Netflix currently. I've done other ones in the past, but currently that's all I'm doing. And I wanted to talk one specifically about Netflix. So Netflix came out with their earnings the other day, and 2 or 3 days before that, Disney came out with their announcement. They're coming out with Disney Plus, which is like the Amazon type service from Disney, and they're going to be priced at $6.99 a month for their basic service, and it doesn't come out until the fall. So when this news came out, 2 or 3 days beforehand, Netflix tanked, and then when and actually I think I can pull this up here. You should be able to actually see this in the Netflix chart if we go back maybe 1 week, or let's go back to see what it looks like in a month, and I should be able to show you what it was like over this past week. As soon as the news came out, the price tanked, right, by a substantial amount. I don't remember what the dollar amount was, but it tanked by a substantial amount. And I'm like, does anybody know like how business works? Like, just because Disney's coming out with something in the fall, like that's not gonna, I mean, the amount of effect that that's gonna have on Netflix, the industry leader for streaming, is gonna be minute. and Disney came out with some stats saying that they expect to have between 60 and 90 million subscribers by 2024. I don't know about you guys, but a lot can change in 2024. Holy fuck. Does anybody remember 10 years ago? No. Like, the internet as we know it was barely fucking here 10 years ago. So, absolutely insane. Okay, so let me show you this. So, right here, it was right around, I'm pretty sure it was right here when the Disney came out with their announcement for Disney Plus. This fucking tanked. And so it was right around this time. Actually, I think it was right, in the morning on April 12th is when I opened my position. So the stock is tanking, right? This is the context of the situation, is what's going on. The stock is going down. Netflix is going down. Everybody has their, and this is before their earnings. I don't remember, the earnings were like a day and a half later or something like that. But their earnings were Monday or Tuesday, I think they were. So this is Friday, the 12th. I get into two contracts. I get into a credit spread. Two contracts. So the details of that. So credit spread, if you don't know what credit spread is, watch my last video. Talk about credit spreads, what they are, and everything like that. So just go click back on the channel, watch that video, then come back to this point into this video. And I got into two contracts so this was trading at 354, I think it was, right around then. But it had just had a substantial drop. It went from 367 to 354. So like a substantial drop, like a 3 or 4% drop, 4.5% drop. And just from the news on Disney. So that is when I opened up my first position. Those two contracts, I took in $430 from this, right? So that doesn't mean it's necessarily mine. That's just what I took in with the position that's open for about a week. And during that time, I could lose all that money and more. Generally speaking, I do $750 for the risk, meaning, so the position was I sold the 330 puts for the 18th, and I purchased the 327.50. So what that means is the maximum amount I could lose on that would be $750 minus the premium collected. Go watch my last video if that doesn't make sense. $215 for each contract that expired on the 20th. So that's $430. Now that Friday, that was the weekend, April 12th. So then let's take a look here. Yep, April 12th. So then and then it keeps dropping lower, right? And then it finishes for the day a little bit lower, and I'm like a little bit confused. Like, why are people reacting so much to this news about Disney? They're like, Netflix has 140 million subscribers at that time, right? That's what we knew. 140 million. Disney has 0. Yes, they own part of Hulu, but like they don't own a controlling stake, right? So to like have such a substantial effect is just like that's overblown in my opinion. Okay, so and then if you've been following Netflix, you know that they've been actually increasing their growth, which is absolutely insane because they have such a high base already. They're more subscribers than Amazon does, although I think Amazon does a better job at maybe potentially monetizing those subscribers. But maybe the stickiness on Netflix is a little higher. And I say that just because I canceled my Amazon membership. Okay, so now we're going to get into Monday, the 15th. Monday, the 15th. Oh, fucking shit's blowing. So, first thing in the morning, I see that the price is tanking, right? So, as soon as the market's open, I see that the price is coming down. And I know that the earnings coming out, and my expectation is that they're going to have a very good earnings report based on like what they have done. I don't know, but I expect their earnings to be good based on what I know about the market and just the industry as a whole. So at 9:31, I open another position and I collect $227 more. And so now we're up to like $660 almost in total collected premium. And then let's see here, by noon they're still sitting around 344, but they had just come down a little bit. It was up maybe 346 almost, and then it came down sharply to around 340, 344 it says here. So the premium on that spread just jumped way the fuck up. It went up to 273, so I opened another contract at 12:05 p.m. on the 15th, so this is all on Monday. So now I have a total of 4 contracts open, and the total net premium that I've collected is $930. Okay, so now the day goes on, and the price finishes, finishes somewhere higher, a few dollars higher. So the position's already looking good, right? I think, and I don't remember, I think their earnings were after the bell on the 16th, I believe. So throughout the day on the 16th, the price keeps going up, which is good, right? Like the further it goes away from the strike price, that's good for me who sold a put short. Then they finished the day up substantial, up around 358, I think it was ish, and excuse me. And then they come out with the earnings, and on the 17th, right? Everybody's trying to absorb what that means for their earnings, and the price tanks again, back down to 352, and then they end up finishing the week at 3. And there's a short week too because of they call it a holiday for whatever, Ash holiday or some holiday for Friday. Anyways, the markets are not open on Friday. So the price finished it up on the 18th, which was Thursday, at 360. And remember, I sold at 335. So there's a substantial margin in there, right? What is that? $25 or something like that. And then remember, I collected on an average of like $2 per contract, $2.25 per contract. So my break even would actually be $332.75 roughly. So the price would have to drop like $27 and change, which it's perfectly possible that it could do that. But these are very short duration options. I'm only trading weeklies. So what I did on the 18th, actually, what I did on the 17th, after almost all of the money was out of them, what I did on the 17th, because there's such a short period of time to expiration, and they're so far away from being in the money, right, trading at 350 something, that I closed out the position because I had already earned all that. So I closed out each contract for 7 cents. So I had 4 contracts open. So 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 28 cents. Or $28, right? Because it's time 100 shares. So I sold the whole thing for $930, and then I purchased it back to close it out to net it to zero for $28. So I made $902 on that. You can call it one position or one trade that I just had increased exposure to, however you want to play with the semantics of how you want to play with that. So that alone was probably 40% of this week. And then I had a bunch of other positions open, which brought it up to the 2,300. Anyways, if you guys find this helpful, or you guys have any questions about my other positions, let me know down below in the comments. Or reach out to me on Instagram and say what's up. Don't forget to subscribe. I will be doing another earnings update probably over the weekend after I get the data from the other sources. I appreciate you guys. Talk to you soon.